northern Brazil. The city is Belém. They call it the gateway to the Amazon here in Brazil. And for the next 4 days, it will be host to the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament. 4 teams, 3 tickets available for 2024 in the Olympic Games in Paris. Game number 1 here in Belém, Brazil. Germany taking on Serbia, 2 European squads getting set to do battle here on game day number 1. Fans slowly starting to find their seats here in the arena. A ton of Brazilian fans here on hand, and they will look forward to see the hosts a little later on this evening take on Australia as we take a look at the schedule for this evening's matchups. Up first, Germany and Serbia, and we'll have host Brazil take on Australia. There is the standings in alphabetical order. Can't wait to get started here. Carl and Gail alongside Ife Bekwe. And Ife, when you look at the 4 teams here in this tournament, starting with Serbia, a team that has come here via the Eurobasket qualification round, a team that knows exactly how to get it done in Europe. Now it's time to get it done on the world stage.
Yes, it is. You can see as Serbia comes out right now, they're a team that has been twice to the Olympics, has an appearance, and they're trying to make their 3rd. They have veteran players, and they also have young players, and they're coming together to get the job done.
On the other side, we will see a team in Germany that has a new face on the sidelines in Lisa Tomaitis. She took over back in April of 2023 and immediately sprung right into action. Eurobasket was staring at her in her face, and she was up to the challenge. This time around, she has a little bit more talent with the Sabaly sisters joining the roster.
I mean, yeah, they do. You can see them coming out here. They're very hyped and ready to play. They have not been to the Olympics yet, so they are making history if they advance out of this bracket. And as you can see, as you said, they have the sisters, the Sabaly sisters here ready to play. And they also have players that have been on the national team and has played 3-on-3, has been here playing together through U16, U18. So they are familiar with playing with each other at those different stages. So I'm actually really excited to see how they do.
My favorite part of pregame ceremony is listening to the national anthem, seeing the pride of all the players as they sing their national anthems. We'll pause now for the playing of the national anthem of Serbia and Germany. exchange at center court as we are moments away from the start of the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament here in Brazil. There are the 3 officials who will be in charge of calling this match. Leonardo Salazar, Andres Bartel, and Carmelo de la Rosa Alvarez from Argentina, Uruguay, and Puerto Rico. Get a chance to take a look at Serbia, who are excited to be here. We saw them during Media Day yesterday. The energy was definitely felt, and now they're looking to put it out on the floor as we take a look at the starting 5 for this team this evening. And they're, of course, going to be led by Ryan Anderson, who was terrific at Eurobasket. Ivana Jogic as well, Dudulic, Krasnik, and Jovanovic in the backcourt alongside Anderson. And there she is, legend in her own right. Coach Malkovic is definitely coming into this program and has definitely taken over and shaped it in her image.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, she has. She, you know, wants them to work hard. She has driven the culture of Serbia, which is play hard, be physical, play smart, and defend. And that's their DNA. And she has instilled them as the Serbia national team, but also they take that and they go overseas and they play the way that she taught them how to play when they're at this team. So that's why they are the way they are.
On the other side, Germany puts out the Sabalu sisters. A focus will be on them as they were not a part of the Eurobasket roster. For Lisa Tomaitis, who still feels new in the role that she's in, of course, was the head coach with the Canadian women's national team, had an opportunity to take them to an Olympic Games, wants to do the same here for Germany.
Yeah, they do. I mean, these teams have met. They met in the 2023 Eurobasket for the qualification for 5th and 6th place. So they've played against each other. They understand the physicality that needs to be brought to this game right now, and they understand what's on stake.
So moments away from tip-off. It's going to be the first game here in Brazil. Excited to get it started as these 2 European nations get set to take the floor as we count down to tip-off, of course, via Tissot. Under a minute till we throw the ball in the air. And if you've been in this position, you've played in these big moments, what goes through a player's mind?
I mean, if you are Serbia, it's like we've been here before. We know what to do. We played this team, and all we have to do is play Serbian basketball. But if I'm, you know, a player on Germany, I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to play and play well to make history for my country. It's a privilege to put on your jersey 12 women playing for both teams and actually just being proud to have their national team on them. So I think both teams are ready to play. They're excited, they're hyped, and so can't wait to see what it's like today.
A beautiful court here in Brazil, and the crew that put it together spent many hours to perfect it for these high-class, world-class athletes. Serbia will be wearing the blue uniforms, Germany in the white. 4 teams here in Brazil, only 3 tickets available, meaning someone won't be traveling to the Paris Games. High stakes here at the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament.
Players to watch, I really think that Jovana Nokic is really good for Serbia. She's a young talent, number 17, walking right by, shaking the ref's hands right now. And also, besides the Sabali sisters, to really watch for FIBA. She's really doing well in Germany. She's playing hard and playing for the EuroLeague team, Zaragoza in Spain. So that's going to be a good matchup to see.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to game day one, game number one of the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament here in Brazil. Germany in the white uniforms taking on Serbia in the blue uniforms. And 3 teams here in Brazil will be going to the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris. These 2 teams hoping they are one of them. Gulick with the first bucket of the game. Great pass by Sabli.
And you're going to see that a lot. A lot of pick and rolls coming off that, really aggressive and looking for the post players. Germany is very, very strong with their post presence from their 3, 4, 5 positions. So we're going to see a lot of pick and rolls tonight.
3 from the corner, off the mark. A flat-footed rebound for Feinbeck. There's Sabli spinning, and it's going to be an offensive foul. So a quick foul here a minute in. You decide at home. The off arm definitely got her in the chest. Yeah,
I think the ref saw that off arm. I mean, it was a strong move from Satu Sabali, but that arm is what the ref saw, so that's why they called that an offensive foul.
Jovanovic picking up the foul there on Sabali. Serbia basketball a minute in.
Yeah, this is going to be an intense game. They're already starting really aggressive to the basket, looking to attack. So we're going to see that throughout the game.
Here's Anderson looking to turn the corner. Krajicek spinning, left-hand shot, no good. Sabali comes away with the rebound. Keeps her head up, tried to find Gulick, who was running down the middle of the lane, but that pass a little too hot for her to handle.
I mean, it's incredible to see that number 32, Angela Duglic, she's a player at UCLA. She's young, and she's starting for Serbian national team. That means that, you know, she's a player to watch out and look for too.
Nogic's 3 not there. And Sabali running the point now for Germany. She passes it off to her sister, Yara. Alsatu. Rankhorst in the lane was stripped. It stays here with 9 on the shot clock. Nearly a 5-second violation. Germany just getting it in. They gotta move quickly now with 5 to shoot. A turnover here. So early nerves for both teams in a tournament with high stakes as Anderson's 3 is off the mark. Krajicek had a chance at it. It's going to go out of bounds. Whose ball is it? It's going to be Serbia's basketball. We'll reset the shot clock back to 14.
Yeah, you could see their nerves right now. I mean, I just think it's because they're excited to play and they're excited to get after it. And this is a very, very important game. So I definitely they understand what's on the line.
Anderson, she walked. Once again, some uncharacteristic plays, and you see Anderson saying, hey, let's calm down a little bit. Let's feel a little bit. This is where you need your vets on teams.
Yeah, I mean, she's a vet. She's a vet player, and then she's been on this Serbian national team for 4 summers now, and I had the opportunity to talk to her during media day. And I asked her, what are you going to bring to this tournament? She says the same thing that I brought all the time. I know what position I am in now, as she just took try to take a charge, but she knows what position she's in now, and she is a veteran player. She has to be vocal. She has to lead on all aspects of the floor. So you can see here hers trying to step up, but that was her first foul.
Bang, bang play there. Anderson picks up the first foul, and we'll get a chance to see Niara Sabali toe the free throw line for the first time tonight as Lisa Tomaitis looks on. Sabali, of course, helped Germany's under-18 team win the European Championship in Italy. That was her first taste of international glory, and went on to play, tried to play with her sister at the University of Oregon, but tore her ACL twice.
Yeah.
The mental toughness to come back from not only the one injury, but the re-tear, and have to come back from that. I know, as a former player, you could respect that.
I mean, I tore my ACL, so for her to come back off of 2, that's amazing. And she looks good. She's moving good. From the free throw line below, she's a dominant player. She's playing right now in Prague EuroLeague team and also in the WNBA. So for her to bounce back and be in the position that she is right now with the national team, trying to make it to the Olympics. I know that she feels proud, and actually to play with her sister as well. She didn't get to in University of Oregon.
So Yvonne Anderson, you mentioned spending time now with the national team over a couple of summers. The daughter of Mike Anderson, who most recently coached in the NCAA.
Yes.
Bounced all over the world as a coach's daughter.
Yeah.
And now playing in Turkey for Fenerbahce in EuroLeague Women and playing pretty well. She would like to shoot the ball a little better from three-point range, only shooting about 31% from three, but that will come.
Yeah, that definitely will come. I mean, she's got her basketball DNA from her father, traveling all over as he was a head coach from a lot of colleges. So she got more than just a three-point shot. She could attack, she could pass. You know, she's an all-around player.
Gulick with the three there. Speaking of threes, she is all 5 of the 7 points here for Germany, and it's a 7-1 run right now for Germany. Satu Sabali, she'll take a three. Off the mark. And strong rebound inside as Serbia looking to put some points on the board. Here's Anderson. This is where you need your vets. Run your sets. Get in a good position to create a block inside. And that ball is going to go out of bounds off of Serbia, so we're going the other way. Feinbet with the block there, and here's Gulick with the three.
Gulick, is, for me, is probably one of the most consistent power forwards that I've seen, and I just love her game. She lets the game come to her. She doesn't do too much. She does exactly what her team needs, and that's why she has the 5 points that she does right now.
They're going to look for her right at the foul line. Sabali cuts off that. Feinbet just came up with a block, finds Sabali. 5 to shoot. Sabali at the foul line looking to draw a foul. She banked it in anyway.
And that's something about Satu Sabali. She's never going to give up on any play. She's going to be aggressive and attack the basket. And she was trying to get that foul call. She played a smart move, and she made it.
Chance of defense now coming in from the German bench. As Anderson stares at the D. She pulls up at the foul line. Off the mark. Feinbet with the rebound, and here's Sabali running the sets offensively for Germany. A little bit different of role for her, normally playing with her pro teams, more of a wing, and here she is running offense. And again, those early turnovers starting to cost both teams. You can feel the nerves really in this gym, so much at stake. You don't want to lose your first game out the gate because that might be the difference between you going to the Olympic Games and you not.
Yeah, that could be a momentum buster right there.
Coach Malgovich, who's been in these situations so many times, just pacing the sideline. Neither coach going to the timeout. As we approach halfway through the first quarter.
I think both coaches want the nerves to come out right now before they call a timeout.
Germany just picked up their 3rd team foul here in the first quarter. And Serbia now going to its bench. 14 on the shot clock as they inbound underneath the German basket. Stankovic gets the pass. Anderson was stepping out of bounds when she caught the basketball. It's the small mistakes right now plaguing both teams.
Yeah, sometimes when you're a veteran player, you do want to be able to push the players, but sometimes it's just taking a seat back and relaxing and letting the game come to you. And I think that's what Serbia needs to do right now.
Ruckhorse drives. Sabali, the ball moving here for Germany. Sabali wants to get it inside Gulick. She spins nicely. Sabali led her to that basket. (11-1) the score. Serbia just trying to settle themselves offensively here. Nogic on the drive. Tried to draw the foul. Her layup off the mark and goes over the top of the glass here, and we're going to get a timeout with 4:31 to play in the first quarter. As both teams try to settle themselves and iron out the kinks. Germany up 11-1. We'll get an opportunity to eavesdrop in on the Serbian huddle. During that timeout, you saw the turnover battle on your screen, 4-2. There's Yvonne Anderson saying, hey, we're good. Down 11-1, plenty of time in this basketball game. We're good. See how Serbia responds coming out of the timeout. They come away with a steal in the backcourt and a bucket. And the bench wants a foul called, as well as Jankovic getting the first layup for Serbia of the game.
I mean, you're going to see that throughout the game. Serbia's going to defend and pressure. And I think that's what they needed right now, especially to get back in the game. They got that steal and got 2 points.
Sabali was able to get inside and score the basket. Stankovic on the other side responds, and a great pass that time by Anderson.
Yeah. I think with Serbia, it's their defense. If they pick up their defense and are aggressive like this on that trap against Satu Sabali, then they'll get that momentum to score in transition.
Sabali forcing the issue that time. She's going to go to the line. 2 free throws here.
You can see Satu taking it to the basket, trying to get the foul as she did, and now she's going to be rewarded with some free throws. And on the opposite end from that turnover, from that pressing from Serbia,
Sabali makes her first free throw. Had the breakout season for Fenerbahce in EuroLeague Women, helping them win the championship in 2023. Of course, won the title in the domestic league in Turkey 3 straight years, or 3 times, I should say, out of 4 years. And then that led to kind of her emergence in the WNBA. She's now playing in China, putting up big-time numbers. She's just a bucket.
yeah, she's just a bucket. There's nothing that you could say about how she scores. She could score 3-point, pull up, post up, attacking the basket, and then she could pass, and then she could see the floor and read the floor well. She's really good at the open floor, getting the ball and going coast to coast. So definitely look for that.
Yara with the strong rebound inside, hands it off to Satu Sabali. Approach the 3-minute mark here in the first game for these two teams. That's a calm pull-up by FIBA. It's a 12-point lead for Germany. Anderson looking to turn the corner, using her body to shield FIBA from the block, and that's a veteran play by Anderson.
And that's what she does best.
Someone who played on the wing yourself, as Sabali tees up with 3 and missed it. Those smaller guards kind of use their body to shield you away from defending. How tough is that to really guard? FIBA now with 4 points. 19-7 your score. Here's Anderson. She draws 2. Ivanovic is fouled this time. She was probably hoping to hear the whistle on her previous drive. Gets it this time around and did a good job of getting around Yara Sabali, and she earns a trip to the line here With under 2 to play in the first period.
Yeah, Jankovic just came in the game and was attacking, and that's really what you want to see. When these bench players come in, they need to be aggressive. They need to show their coach, why do I need to be on the floor? And that's exactly what she's doing. She's attacked the basket twice. Even though she didn't make an actual play, she got to the free throw line, she got a steal. So that's exactly what Serbia needs right now, that energy.
Jankovic knocks down second of 2 free throws, and under 2 to play now. A little pressure shown here by Serbia to try and change the tempo of the game, and they come up with a turnover.
And that's Serbian basketball. They're going to get in you and they're going to pressure you. They're going to want you to make mistakes, and that's exactly what they're doing. You can see right here on the screen as the pressure just couldn't be helped by Vilka on number 3 on Germany.
Let's see if they can put it together on the offensive end. Great footwork that time by Stankovic, but her shot off the mark. It's going to stay here. Oh no, it's going the other way. Serbia saying, hey, we didn't touch it. Official said, I have the whistle, I make the call. We're going to go the other way. 20 on the shot clock, got to get it over half. And Coach Tomaitis is going to take time out here, realizing that that is the case. 19-8 your score, Germany in front. 1 minute, 34 seconds to play here. A very spirited first quarter in game number 1 in Brazil. Some of the work from Germany here in the first period. You see a couple of opportunities going to the basket, forcing the issue, not settling for deep balls or threes, and they lead right now 19-8.
Germany is a big team, so they're going to attack the basket. I think that's what they're going to do. I don't think they're going to settle for shots. I think they're going to pound the ball in the post because they are aggressive in the post position.
Yara Sabali couldn't handle that pass, goes out of bounds, and be another turnover here in the first for Germany as Anderson will cross the timeline with 1:20 remaining in the first. Stankovic on the block, looking to go to work. Nice pass inside to Anderson. She falls away and rattles it home.
You can see that they're getting their momentum back offensively. They're just gelling together. They just needed that the first few minutes of the first quarter to get it out their system.
Stankovic reading that pass, knocks it out of bounds. 14 seconds on the shot clock for Germany. As we take a look at the Anderson shot, that's not an easy shot to make at her size in the paint. Stankovic comes up with the steal this time. Almost gave it away. Another minute to play now. Serbia looking to calm things down, get back into this game. Stankovic at the foul line, drills it.
And she can shoot those with ease.
Up to 4 points now and counting. Serbia looking to chip away at this lead.
You see another pick and roll between FIBA and Soda. And like I said in the beginning of the game, they're gonna do pick and rolls. You can see it right here. I mean, she traveled, but it's okay.
It's the right idea.
Oh yeah.
Right idea. Lisa Tomaitis didn't think she walked, but she does not have a whistle. Katanich turns the corner right by Sabali. Stankovic, she's all over the place right now. 2 on the way, no good. An offensive rebound. They never reset the shot clock because it's turned off now. And that might be the final look of the quarter with 0.1 second remaining on the game clock. So there's no catch and shoot opportunity here. The time remaining. We're gonna add some time back on the clock here. That's the reason for the delay. It's game number 1 for the scores table as well, so they're working out the kinks. So 0.3 on the clock. Thumbs up. And we'll have an opportunity now for a potential look for Germany. They're not even going to try it. And that's how we end the first 10 minutes here at the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifier in Brazil. Germany in front, 19-12 after 1. Get an opportunity here to look at some of the stats from the first 10 minutes of play. What stood out to you from both sides? First, let's talk about Germany as they're in the lead.
I do like how Germany came out and played. They played aggressive in the first quarter, and they still have the lead right now. I like that they are using their time and taking their time off those pickings and rolls that you can see right now. Satu to Gullit, right, and then also her being open at that three-point shot. Like I said, she's one of the consistent power forwards in this game, and I really like her game. She came to play. And I think they can continue to go inside. They're pounding the ball inside. They're giving the ball to their post players and making them go to work, because that's where they see the mismatch from the post players on Germany to the post players on Serbia. So that's something that I noticed. And then when you look at Serbia, I mean, they kind of started off a little bit slow, and they got back into the groove of the game, getting out the jitters and glitters out. And I just think that they need to continue to play defense and continue to put that pressure. They're in a 2-2-1 right now, and I think they're going to continue to be aggressive and attack the basket.
Really, as you mentioned, off to a good start, 7 points and counting, has not missed a shot from the floor. And Yara Sabali with 2 points and 4 boards. A reminder to keep up to date with all of the FIBA Women's Olympic qualifying action. You can scan the QR code right on your screen and download the Courtside 1891 app. Streams, schedules, scores, and so much more. Courtside 1891, your home for international basketball. Some adjustments need to be made from Coach Malkovich. Her team will start off on defense first as Germany inbound, and Satu Sabali now back on the floor. Her team up 19-12 after the first period of play. And a miscommunication there between her and Gullit. A rare miscommunication so far in this game between those two. Everything else has been a little bit awry. They've been calm.
Yeah, I really like how any player from the 1 to the 3 position can call a play and set the play. That's really, really good for a team to be able to do that. That means you have very versatile players on the court.
Freedom and trust from head coach Tomaitis has been a welcome addition to this German squad. And remember, she only took this job last April. Hasn't even been a full calendar year yet. They're still trying to learn her. She's still trying to learn them.
Yeah, as they're doing that, they're they got here, so they're doing something right.
They qualify for this FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament by placing in the Eurobasket this past summer. Another turnover, and Coach Malkovich looks on.
As you can see now, I mean, Germany is playing their game. They're playing their game. They're getting up. They're getting the ball in. They're getting set up. They're running their picking rolls, getting the ball inside. And Serbia has to adjust. They're going to really have to adjust and figure out how to stop them.
Yara Sabali, the kick. And that went right through the hands. Never intended receiver that time. And
yeah, they have 10 turnovers, Germany. That one out the hand of FIBA, and they need to be very, very careful with the ball. Even though they're up right now, 10 turnovers is too much for just the first half.
Lucky on that attempt that was a dead ball turnover. Great skip pass. Dugalich for three. She's off the mark. And Sabali will push. Talked about in the first quarter, she likes to do that. Just get the ball and go. Had it stripped, it ended up in her sister's hands, and her sister will toe the line for free throws. Dugalich picking up the foul there. It's the first team foul here in the second quarter. Second for Dugalich in the game, as Sabali off the mark on her first attempt. Misses both. Jokic has been quiet so far. She kicks to the corner. Dugalich spinning in the lane. Shot off the mark. And Yara Sabali pulls it down. Satu Sabali, Yara Sabali. Two-person game. Sabali will go back to the line.
You gotta love that sisterly bond right now. As I told you, Satu can get the rebound and push it coast to coast, but then she comes off that pick and roll and she dumps it down to her sister. I had an opportunity to talk to her in media day, and she's so happy that she's been able to play for the senior national team and play with her sister. She says the dream come true that they can experience this together. So I know we're gonna see a lot of sister-sister action today, or this tournament.
You had the opportunity to participate in 2 Olympic Games. Talk about how you only have 12 people that wear the jersey at one Olympic Games. You have the opportunity to be one of those 12 wearing your country's jersey in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was an amazing feeling where we were able to qualify Nigeria and then also go to the Olympics for 2020 Tokyo, and it's just an amazing feeling to be able to be there, one, experience that with your sisters, the bond of the team, and then represent your country. And I know that these girls right here is fighting for that, and they want to experience that. Whether it's Serbia that's already been or Germany that's making history, it's an amazing feeling.
Jokic is off the mark on a three-point attempt. And Anderson now back on the floor here. It's a Stankovic screen. She turns the corner. Off the ricochet, she has it again. Jokic will try again for three as the shot clock winds down. It's off the mark. And Sabali with the rebound. She's worked so much on her handle since her days at Oregon to be able to now run the point. She's off the mark on that shot. We'll have to get back in transition to stop Jokic.
You can tell Noga's not trying to force anything. She's trying to let the game come to her, which is really good. She's matured a lot over the past 2 years. I also spoke with her, and she played in Salamanca, Spain, and now she's in Turkey with Beşiktaş, and she's really gotten better.
She took a shot there to his stomach from Sabali and went down. Got back off the deck. She's tough.
Yeah, she is. She said that her first year in Spain was very challenging mentally, but that has helped her be who she is right now.
It's weird being a vet of the team or a leader of the team when you're in your mid-20s, but that's exactly what she's doing now.
Yeah, she's taking that challenge.
Can Stankovic keep it in? She does. Here's Anderson.
As you can see now, it's a little bit back and forth. These two teams need to just settle down. There's no rush.
Dugalich. Rather, that was Yankovic who looked for the post move play. She was looking more for the foul than the actual bucket. It goes off the mark. Been a while since we've had a score. Fine bet. Savali with 10 to shoot. Looking to get into a dribble package. Savali using the window. Missed it, followed it up. A player down on the floor right now after taking a shoulder right to the gut there by Savali is Yankovic.
Yeah, you could just see Satu just being aggressive to the basket. I mean, it wasn't intentional at all, but we do hope that she's okay.
She is back on her feet as we get back to live action out of the replay and walking off the court.
A lot of young players have been subbing in and out for Serbia. We just love to see that, just see their fight and to see them play hard while they're on the court. And understand there's more young players on Serbia than vets, so they do have to show up and they do have to play hard.
One of them has the rock right now, Djordjevic, number 51 in blue. Anderson comes off the screen by Djordjevic. 5 to shoot for Serbia. Another turnover here. Good hands by Germany, and stay this way, but check the shot clock. They got to get it over half, and they got to get it over half in one pass. Savali tried to go behind the back there.
Let's see if everyone's aware of the shot clock.
So Tomidas trying to shout that out. Foul's going to be called right in front of us on Jokic. Jokic saying, hey, that was a flop.
You gotta love the enthusiasm of players when they're playing hard and they don't like a call their way. Love to see it.
It's the first foul for Yo-Yo Jokic. 13th foul here for Serbia in the period. Savali. Floater inside, missed it. Gulick with the rebound. Savali will try for 3, straight on 3. Couldn't get the bounce. And Gulick with another offensive rebound. There's Feinbeck. She was terrific at Eurobasket. Double comes. And Gulick forced that one up. Here comes Serbia their way. Been stuck on 12 this entire quarter as Anderson's shot off the mark. We've only had 3 points here in this second quarter. Most of them have come at the line. Feinbeck. Inside. Now she'll pull for 2, and she was fouled by Anderson.
Yeah, I mean, Serbia's doing their job on defense, but on offense, they need to get together and actually get the ball in the hoop. They're not really adjusting well to Germany's defense, so they really have to slow it down, take their time, set it up, set good screens, and, you know, play your offense. And for Germany, I mean, they keep going inside, and that's exactly what they need to do. That's their strong point, and I think they're going to do that, and they need to do that the rest of the game.
As a player, when your team was struggling to sort of put some points on the board, as Serbia is going through right now, 5 minutes they have not scored here in this quarter.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you like to do on the floor? Tell your teammates to make sure that they do to finally break that ice.
I always like to show my poise so that everyone can see I'm not panicking. And then also get the ball in and being okay to, okay, yeah, we're down, but let's set it up. Let's make our defender play defense because they're going to get tired, and then we're going to use that opportunity to score. And that's all that Serbia needs to do right now.
Shadows 3 not there, and an offensive rebound. A foul is called.
Yeah, you can see right here, Sasha Sajo shot the ball. She is a shooter, but at 13 seconds that you have left, it's like you got to give and take that. You're a great shooter, but you guys are down. Take your time. run the play, set good screens, to get that rhythm that everyone needs to get in to get to the flow of the game.
Jajo's 0 for 4 so far. Kreshnik inside. The basket is not going to count. The foul was before the shot, but she'll go to the line and have an opportunity to finally put some points on the board here in the second quarter for Serbia.
I mean, you have a veteran player, Tina Kreshnik. We need to get her the ball, get her touches to make her feel confident in the flow of the game. And I just think, you know, Serbia needs their time to relax and get the jitters out. They, again, have more young players than veterans. So maybe that's the reason why they're in the rhythm like that. But hopefully these free throws from Kreshnik can go in and set the pace.
Coach Malkovich, interestingly enough, did not opt for shoot-around this morning. Maybe one of the reasons why her team now stuck on 13 here midway through the second period. The 2 from the line there by Kreshnik. And that's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is in favor of Serbia, so we'll stay here. Mentioned getting Kreshnik some touches. Let's see if she gets some here on this possession. Another block there by Sabali. It's going to stay here with 7 to shoot.
I just love the effort from both teams. You have a young player attacking the basket, and no. Niara says, not today, not in my house.
Sabali again getting her hands to it, hits the deck. Germany out front, Wilke. Niara Sabali. Fine bet for 3, off the mark. And Kreshnik with the flat-footed rebound. Jajo, nice pass inside. And Djordjevic with her first basket of the game. Sabali couldn't handle the pass. Wilke has it on the ricochet. And Kreshnik's left hand slapped it out of bounds. 4.4 seconds on the shot clock here for Germany. You were right on the money when you said that Serbia is locking in defensively. They are getting stops. It just hasn't translated into baskets on the other end. But because of their defense, they're still very much in this basketball game.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I just think there will be times they need to play more games together. Serbia's DNA is defense. So having new factors into this game and new players, offense is not really smooth as we've always known Serbia's national team to be. But I think they'll find their rhythm within this tournament. And a shot for Nokia. She puts her hand up. Finally, I make a shot. And that's what we want to see from her.
Nokia averaging just under 19 points per game in Turkey this season.
She's playing phenomenal there.
She is coming into this tournament with a lot of confidence. Can shoot the 3 well. And now complaining about a potential foul call. Here's the Feinbet fadeaway. And Feinbet is off to a good start. She has 8 points, 3 boards, and that's Nogic 2 at the top of the key. Serbia now in the penalty here with 3:07 remaining in the half. That's why Sabali's at the line once again.
I know the way that Serbia plays defense, they're gonna foul, and they're awarding Germany at the line. They're went to the line 12 times already, and now that Serbia needs to just calm down, play defense, be aggressive, but you don't have to foul because 9-12 versus 3-6. That's a big difference. And that's why they have points on the board. So great defense by Serbia, but just try not to foul and get Germany on the line.
Katanic. Djordjevic looking for a cutter. Brosic. Nogic with 5 to shoot. She's doubled. Djordjevic, her shot short. Ball loose on the ground. A battle for it. And it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go back the other way. That's good hustle, Katanic. You mentioned the youngsters getting on the floor. That's why they're playing in this game, to provide some of those hustle plays, some energy, get spark something here.
Yeah, they do. I mean, she's just sending fresh legs after fresh legs to defend. And you have 4 young Serbian players on the court, and then you have Tina Krajsnic, which is a veteran player. So you do see the difference of the Serbian team that we always used to, veteran Serbian team. But it's nice to see these young players just going after it and competing.
Katanic in her mid-20s, 26 years of age. Defensive intensity picking up on both sides. Sabally forced it up and in.
Germany is not backing down. I love it. She gets the ball from the floor and goes up strong.
Wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
Yeah, I mean, 2 points.
Krajsnic driving down the lane. That ball goes out of bounds off of Germany. 12 to shoot here for Serbia. And that brings Satu Sabally back into the game to try and close this half. Katanic hasn't scored yet, but she's given effort. Here she is on the rock. Watched by Sabally. Nogic. Djordjevic for 2 and drills it. At some point, the jumpers are going to fall, right?
I mean, yeah, that's why you keep, when your coach keeps saying shooters shoot, and you keep shooting.
Sabally to Sabally. You mentioned the sister connection, just like them playing in the backyard.
Yeah, I mean, they're bringing it together. They know where each other is at all times on the floor, and they just feed off each other. And I mean, that's amazing to have. I mean, I played with my sister one time at AAU, and it was just amazing to know that I have a sister on the court and I could pass it, and she, you know, that sisterly vibe, you know? So I know they're happy about that.
There's the reason why the Djordjevic long jumper was a 2. You saw clearly. Foot on the line. Great shot by our camera crew here in Brazil. Doing hard artwork. Trying to bring you the pictures and sounds as if you're right here next to us on the floor. Sabally. Nogic. Sabally tried to find Gulick. Pass a little too hot for her to handle. Under a minute to play here in the first half. Germany in front 30-19 as Djordjevic missing the floater inside. Okay, now we'll run a set for Germany. Play 2 for 1 here. Nara sets the screen. Fine bet, nice pass inside to Gulick. Give her 9 and counting. She only missed the 1 shot. About a 3-second difference between shot and game clock. Doesn't matter as Rosic with a gorgeous spin move in the lane.
That was a good move.
Shot clock unplugged. Sabally, a lot of dribbling here. Forces one up and knocks it down and talks a little junk on her way back on defense.
I mean, she just doesn't stop. She'll find her way to get the ball in the basket. So she did a good job.
A little bit of concern right now for Satu Sabally. You see her right there on your screen, slowly walking back to her bench. She was holding her left shoulder, which is her strong, dominant hand. Seems to be okay. Not putting too much movement into that left shoulder, something for us to keep an eye on. 36-21 is your score at the half. Germany in front after 20 minutes of play. Here are the stats from the first half. Germany up big at the moment. Both teams struggling to shoot from three-point range. Serbia 0 of 10 from deep. And in the rebound battle, non-existent, right? It's not even a competition right now.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, as we saw from the beginning of the game, Germany has their post players and their post presence. And Serbia they're playing their defense, but I mean, Germany is doing their job. You can see the top scorers, Satu with 10 and Yvonne Anderson with 12. And I think right now, as they take the halftime, what Serbia needs to come back out and do is just focus on their offense. They're playing amazing defense. They just have to focus on their offense. They don't need to rush. Even though Germany is playing at a faster pace, you don't have to play that way. And I think that's what they, the veterans and just people on the court need to understand. While Germany needs to come out and continuing to kill inside, they need to come off those pick and rolls, come out hard, continue to rebound. And one thing I would change about Germany is just taking care of the ball. They have 12 turnovers.
It's interesting to see Coach Malkovich still on the bench discussing with her staff how to approach the second half. As we take a look at some of the best plays from the first 20 minutes of play, Satu Savali, I mean, we said that she was a bucket in the first half, and she has proven it so far, but what's been very impressive out of her is also she's been looking to find her teammates and put them in the best position to succeed as a playmaker.
Yeah, I mean, she has the most assists right now. She has 3 assists, and she is finding people off of that pick and roll and attacking the basket. And I think that's one thing that Serbia might not understand. Okay, she's tagging the basket. Is she going to take it or is she going to pass it? And when you're a player like that, you become a threat because you don't know what you're going to do. So for her to have those options, she could come off, she could shoot, she could drive, she could pass, and that's why she's very effective right now, and that's why she has 10 points and 6 rebounds and 3 assists.
It's been a quiet first half for Jojo Novic, as she's only had that one jump shot late in the second period, and someone that can put the ball in the basket for Serbia. That's probably number 17 they got to call on a little bit more and maybe create some plays for her to come off screens and not think to just put it up.
Yeah, I mean, she's allowed the game to come to her. She didn't force it. She is 1 for 6 right now, and she was so happy she made that last play and she put her hands up. But I do like that she's playing with pace. I do like that she's not forcing it. I think that's the maturity that she had to go through these 2 overseas teams to understand, okay, yes, I know that I'm a go-to player, but if I'm not on right now, what can I do? I can rebound, I can defend, and I can pass the ball, and that's exactly what she's doing. So hopefully in the second half, she can come out and she can score, and she can be more of a threat. And so as Yvonne Anderson, she needs to actually get the team going because, that's why she's here.
No question about it. 36-21 is your score. Germany in front. Second half is on the other side of this break.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they'd do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Ball game, Perez on the run. It's blocked by Guathmy. Puerto Rico ball.
Shot down the stretch there. Guathny coming up with a big time block.
Cardoso coming up for the screen. Reese sits back. Corner, De Oliveira. She's fouled. That's a 4-point play opportunity. USA's got their heads down.
Boy trying to keep up with Tizian. Oh, look at Musa go up for the rejection.
Hill, enough time to do something with it, takes it into the elbow and will hit it for 2.
Big time shot. And Sammy just elevates into her jump shot, fading to her left, knocking it down right at the buzzer.
Star getting some opportunity and minutes.
Serbia. Throw up by 4. Dillard, and meanwhile, she goes in, scores. A very difficult shot, is fouled, and has a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, they challenge you on every possession. Beck falls, and that's going to be on a highlight. Super move, got her on the back foot, pulled up, pulled the trigger.
Looks to go down the baseline again. Goes the long way. That's great hands. Quick hands by Manunga. Out in transition behind the back by Van Loo. Razamon can do everything here in Tel Aviv.
I want to see that on replay because this was razzle dazzle here. Look, Faith goes behind the back.
Ron Lee puts the Jets on. Oh, how did she do that? Ron Lee just parted the seas.
There's your highlight. That's just a super duper move.
They try to inbound it, they get it to Dubé. Unbelievable! Unbelievable! They have taken advantage. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Back we are here at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. Serbia down 36-21. Ivana Anderson has provided a little bit of scoring. She did pick up a couple fouls in that first half, but she's the vet of this team. And if there's going to be a comeback to have, she's going to have to probably lead it.
She's going to be a part of that. And one thing that the reason why she was on the bench, she had 2 fouls. So she needs to be very aware that she's going to not to foul and pick up her 3rd foul early in the 3rd quarter because this team needs her. They need her presence on the floor, even if she's not getting the ball, her defensive effort, and just that leadership. So she's the top scorer for Serbia with 5 points, but she needs to be very careful to not pick up her 3rd foul in the 3rd quarter.
Yara Sabali has been bullying her way to the basket on multiple occasions. Got to the free throw line 8 times in that first half. She has 9 points, leading scorer for Germany. And by the way, her sister not far behind with 8 points of her own.
Yeah, I mean, Nerissa has 9 points and 5 rebounds right now, and she's just playing amazing. She's not forcing anything. She's just coming off that pick and roll, very, very aggressive, getting to the free throw line and doing exactly what she needs to do for her team right now as they're up 36-21.
You mentioned the foul trouble that Anderson is in for Serbia. As a player, anytime you got into foul trouble, what was some of the things that you had to kind of be careful or be more aware of while you were on the floor?
It's kind of a give and take, because if I have 2 fouls but I'm playing great defense, you can't really be mad at yourself. You know, her fouls weren't stupid fouls or not, you know.
Yeah, boneheaded mistakes.
Yeah, so, I mean,
one of them was the blocking foul that could have went either way.
yeah, I mean, it could have went either way, and it was her trying to show up on defense, you know? So for me, and if I was in her position, I would come out and make sure that I am not, I'm still playing hard, but not backing down and being very aware to not pick up my 3rd foul.
On the other side, knowing that Anderson is in foul trouble, does Germany maybe attack her, put her in situations to pick up that 3rd foul and change the entire game?
Absolutely. Whoever Anderson is guarding, take it at her. That's what I would do, and I'm sure the coach has already said that to their players. Like, you want to take it at the players that are in foul trouble and can contribute to the win of the game, and that's Anderson. She has 2 fouls, so take it at her.
First 20 minutes of play, it was clear that both teams were dealing with a little bit of nerves. At 4 teams here in Brazil, only 3 tickets for a chance to play in the Olympic Games are available. One team is definitely going home unhappy. And you could feel the energy, not just here in the arena, but at the hotel. It wasn't a calm, relaxed sort of situation.
No.
Maybe for you and I, we were relaxed. But for the teams themselves, they're here and it's a business trip. And you felt that every time you spoke to someone, either on media day or passing by them in a hotel.
You can understand that these players know what's on the line. You could feel the energy in the atmosphere while they walk into the arena or they're at the hotel. They know what's on the line. They all want to be a part of the Olympic journey. And so that's why they are battling here right now. Serbia and Germany, 36-21.
Moments away from the start of the 2nd half. There is Yara Savali, the leading scorer for Germany. 9 points and counting, 5 boards for her. She's been terrific.
If I'm Germany, I'm going to continue to come out and do what I did in the first quarter. Attack the basket, have Satu Sabali go coast to coast, go off those pick and rolls, feedback in the corner, having her shot, and, you know, going inside to the paint. If I'm Serbia, I know that I could have played better in the first half, so I'm picking up my intensity, I'm picking up my defense, I'm making sure that I'm doing what I need to do, getting to my positions, and talking on defense and on offense, because Serbia as a team knows that they could have played better in the first half. So I'm definitely excited to see how they come out and what energy they have. Are they going to hang their heads? Or are they going to rally together and be like, come on, ladies, let's go? So we're going to see that soon.
Here's Lisa Tomaitis in her huddle, and on the other side, Coach Malkovich, who sat on the bench for quite some time before dressing her team in the room. I'm sure that speech was short and sweet. Come in and get the job done. The app you need to follow everything here at the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament is Courtside 1891. Go ahead and scan the QR code appearing on your screen right now to download the app. Streams, schedules, scores, and so much more. Courtside 1891, your home for the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament. Germany in front, 36-21. Moments away from the start of the 3rd quarter. Two teams will swap sides here. And it will be Serbia basketball as FIBA gets a last-minute instruction from her head coach.
You could see that Serbia changed their starting lineup from the beginning of the game as Germany kept it the same, and we're going to see why the coach decided to do that for Serbia.
Kajsnik on the floor, 33 in blue, brings a ton of experience. They need it now. Started the second half underway. Serbia in the blue uniforms, Germany in the white. And that's great footwork, count it, and the foul. As the patience inside shown by Jankovic. She's a chance for a three-point play. And already a better offensive set, maybe the best of the night for Serbia. 14 seconds in to the quarter. A little pressure shown as well for Serbia, trying to switch things up and force Germany into tougher shots. Sabally off the mark there. And Kajsnik with the defensive rebound. You see the passion, the emotion. Serbia was not going to go down easy. That is a 3 and a 4-point play opportunity.
Nice catching her feet. Ivana Ratsa goes to the free throw line. She shoots up that 3. You could see her teammates cheering her on.
Exactly how you expected Coach Malkovic's squad to respond. They've done it. And they've chipped away at this lead. It's down to 8. Jankovic comes up with the pick. Anderson has it. Jokic, step back 2. She's off the mark there.
As we said from the beginning of the game, that's the defensive Serbian team that you're going to see. And what they need to do is just have that opportunity to slow it down and convert it on the other end for offensive points.
How does Germany respond now? Is Serbia trying to punch back?
Play the same game. You see that pick and roll as the same as they did for the beginning of the game. Like, come off that pick and roll strong or attack the basket. I don't think Serbia needs to change how they're playing just because they just made one mistake. You know, continue to get in that rhythm and attack the basket. You can see right here, Satu fell, stumbled. I think that shoulder is what is really bothering her, but she's a champ. She got right back up and she's taking the ball out right now.
She's trying to tough it out. She picked up that knock, it looked like, at the end of the first half. Her left shoulder now taped coming out of the halftime break. And she turns, almost turning it over. Now it's going to stay here, Germany basketball, with 3.8 on the shot clock as she tried to feed her sister on that play in the paint. Ulic 3 not there. Ball up for grabs. There's going to be a foul call on Nogic. It's her second foul here in the game. So Anderson and Nogic now with 2 fouls. Got to be careful here in the third. Sabally was blocked by Kajsnik, and she followed it up and now is in double figures with 11.
When she gets the ball at free throw line below, it's money. She attacks it strong and she converts the 2 points.
Stores a double-digit lead. Crowd reacts to that jab step move. No foul called. Sabally leading the break. Satu for 3, off the mark. And here's Anderson. She's 1 on 3. Will she stop? No. She goes right to the 10. And miss there, but it's going to stay here as Germany never reestablished themselves in the quarter play, and Anderson right on top of it, helping the official make the call here. Right there, correct call. Talked about Anderson not forcing it. That felt a little bit like a force. As Jokic for 3, off the mark. She can't find her shot this evening.
Both of them are doing exactly what they've done thousands and thousands of games Nokic's three-point shot, Anderson taking it to the basket, it's just not falling. So hopefully they keep that momentum and keep that energy up and believe that their shots will fall.
Serbia now 1 of 12 from three-point range. And this game is getting a little bit more physical. With every passing moment, there's the block inside by Jankovic. 11 on the shot clock for Germany. Serbia still arguing that that ball was last touched by Germany. Another steal. Fast break opportunity and an inverted trip as Satu Sabali and Gosha ran into each other. When the game picks up an intensity like this, it's always important to keep your composure on both sides. One technical foul could really swing the balance in the other team's favor.
Yeah, you could just see the energy of both teams. They want all the calls for them, and you know, they think they're doing well and this and that, and so I just think they need to just be poised. They're not as poised as they should be, but when you love the game of basketball, what can you do? I mean, this is the Olympics on the line at the end of the day, and both teams want to get there, so I've been in those positions, so I understand.
I was going to say, you're saying that a little too calmly for someone that is in that position.
Yeah, I mean, I was more poised throughout my career. I've had teammates that were...
Remember, we have tape if you play.
No, play the tape. But yeah, no, I do understand just the emotion and the passion from both teams.
First free throw missed by Gulick. She knocks down the second. 11-point lead. Germany doing their best to keep Serbia at bay. First game for these two teams here. The FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournament. They'll play a total of 3. 3 teams will be moving on from here to play in Paris. Gulick in the front court after the block. Sabali shows the up fake, floats inside. Yara Sabali having a game.
She's came to play. She's been very active on both ends of the floor.
13 points and counting for her. Anderson. Eichnick with 5 to shoot. Off the window. The bank is still open here in Brazil.
I think Serbia will take that.
They needed it.
Yeah.
Makes it an 11-point game. Of course, Anderson got beat. She has to be careful with those 2 fouls. Gulick inside. Anderson stripped her. And that's an unsportsmanlike foul as that play stopped a fast break opportunity. Anderson definitely sold it. And the correct call. As a player, when you struggled shooting, and I'm sure you didn't struggle as much as some might say you would have, getting to the line, how much did it help actually seeing the ball go through the hoop?
I mean, it did, because it gave me that confidence that I needed. When my shots weren't falling, I just really focused on other things: blocking shots, rebounding, posting up. It didn't always have to be my mid-range or three-point shot. There was other things that I brought to the game. So if I was in this position, I would be like, yes, finally. Take my time on my free throws and then sink them in.
Let's listen into the Serbian huddle. The passion and the emotion of international basketball, you see it on the faces of every player. Some smiles, some sighs, and some looks of stress. Right now, Germany up 11 with 6:19 to play here in the third quarter. Out of the timeout, Anderson will shoot the unsportsmanlike foul free throw. So it'll be Serbia basketball after she toes the line and misses the first. She'll get another opportunity here. Splits the pair. Leader on this team, very vocal. She definitely sets the vibe. They're looking to her for some leadership right now. Here she is on the rock. 5 to shoot. Anderson bulldozing her way to the rim, was blocked. She's going to stay here with 3.7 to shoot on the shot clock. Reichnick. Shot clock violation. Talked about Serbia playing great defense. That time, that was a great defensive possession from Germany coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, I mean, and what I see is that they're throwing taller guards on Anderson, which is making it very hard for her to do her usual, you know, bucket getting. So I think that she needs to understand and see that, and maybe drive an attack and dish and pass it, or, you know, come off, curl, shoot your shot right away. But continue to attack at the basket when you have someone 6'2" guarding you. It's going to be very tough. So just that's an adjustment for Vaughn, because you can see the frustration that is building up, which can trickle down to the other players. So hopefully they rally together, continue to play that tough defense. They're down by 10. So
plenty of time left in the basketball game.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see if she's able to get some possessions off the basketball, as opposed to trying to initiate every single set down the floor. Sabali with 5 to shoot. She puts it on the deck. One-footed jump shot off the mark. Her sister got her back, though. She couldn't convert on the layup. Here's Anderson. Feels like the ball's stagnant right now for Serbia.
I mean, this would be a great opportunity for her to attack the basket. Equal height, a defender that she had, and
it's there for Stankovic.
It was there.
But she missed the layup. Yara Savage. She'll set the screen for Feinbeck. Feeds it inside. Feinbeck has had a couple of dimes in the paint that has led to baskets. The lead is 12.
Yeah, feedback, quick guard, lets the game come to her. She's a shooter, she's active, and now she just dumped it off to her teammate for the 2 points. And again, coming off of that pick and roll, and that's their moneymaker.
That foul, the 4th team foul now for Germany in this quarter. If you're Serbia with plenty of time left in this period at 4:43, you want to get to that 15th foul as quick as possible. So now your clock stopped. You can chip away at this lead, see the ball go through the hoop. Nogic will trigger this inbound. Stankovic puts it on the deck. Nogic for 3. Off the mark. Falls her own. Ugalic with the floater inside, and Nogic found her. That's the first 2 of the night for Ugalic. And then on the other side, a great block by Stankovic. Anderson.
Spacing.
You're right on the money, as Germany was able to get to that basketball, poke it out of bounds. Anderson and Nogic talking about that.
They just don't seem on a tangent right now. Serbia needs to be aware of where their teammates are at, have that spacing, set good screens, and then just play and flow through the offense. It just seems like they're just, you know, struggling because they're rushing and not getting the shots that they want through their offense.
Ugalic. with another bucket. That's 2 in a row now. She's up to 4. Drive down the lane. If this foul's on Nogic, that might be her 3rd. Savali's slow to get off the deck once again, and she's definitely favoring that left arm. Here's Dugalich. The sky hook that time.
She's a young player at UCLA, and she's playing phenomenal there and here. One thing that I noticed that every time Satou Sabally gets the ball, there's a Serbia defender in her face, making it very hard for her to make her shots, and she's just being aggressive to the basket, not worrying about what players are throwing at her, and she's playing hard.
Stankovic with another rejection. No fouls to give either way with 3:30 remaining in the period. Stankovic wants it. That's why she wanted the basketball. Nice spin in the paint, and you reward the defense with the offense. She's up to 6. Don't look now, but Serbia chipping away at the lead, and they're doing it on this end of the floor. Stankovic, she got up too early that time.
That could be an adjustment for Serbia. Instead of making or feeling like your guards have to score, get the ball in the paint. Make your post players work. Make them use their, fundamentals that they have. And so that's exactly what just happened to Dragana Stankovic. She was there, she made her basket, and maybe Serbia needs to continue to go through her, continue to play through the post. Her and Katanic. Excuse me, Dualic.
Stankovic picked up her 2nd foul of the game. And that also puts Serbia in the penalty, so Germany will be shooting free throws the rest of the way here in the 3rd. Here's Anderson. Three off the mark, and Djordjevic inside, carving out some space, and she got hacked. And that foul will put Germany in the penalty themselves. It's a great block out, isn't it? Vilke picks up the foul, her first. Mina Djordjevic knocks down the first free throw. Pressure shown by Serbia. Game's a lot more physical here in this 3rd quarter than it was in the first 2, as bodies hit the deck. Possession arrows Germany's, so we'll stay here. Credit the officials for allowing these players to be a little more physical, because that's what the game has called for. The flow of the game has allowed it, or wanted it to be a little bit more physical, and the officials are letting that flow.
I love when officials allowed the game to be played just at the intensity as it is, because you allow the players to show up and show their skill and, show their efforts and how they defend and how they play offense. So it's always good when the refs allow teams to play.
Angela Duglovic drills the 3, and don't look now. Serbia off the mat, only down by 3. The block on the other end was by Stankovic. Anderson found Duglovic, and she puts the 3 fingers in the air saying, yes, sir, we're back.
That is a young player that Serbia has given the confidence and to come out here, start the game in the Olympic qualifiers, play hard.
Aziz drop into the German huddle. A timely timeout for Coach Tomaitis and her squad. Her star right now has her left shoulder wrapped up, and that's changed the game. The game's become more physical. Serbia has gotten back into this game with defense and timely shot making. That three before the timeout by Duglovic was the second three-pointer made this evening by Serbia. They're now 2 of 15 from three-point range, but guess what? It's a brand new ball game. They're down 3 with 2:25 remaining in the third.
And if you're Germany, you want to keep doing what you've been doing all game. Going inside, attacking the basket, making the extra pass to your teammate, because right now it's 45-42, so that means Serbia is doing something right, and you guys are going to continue to do something well.
That's a big shot there by Alexandra Vilke. The jab, and creating some space. That's a tough look. Djordjevic couldn't finish. Duglovic is right there, and she's come on here in the third.
It's definitely been a game and a tough quarter, this third quarter. They came out very aggressive, both teams, and Serbia's been letting the score come less and less to be 47-44.
Stankovic fouls Savely, and that will put her at the line, and this will be interesting to see because she hasn't been able to really lift her shoulder up over her arm, so how she takes these free throws will be very telling, not only for this game, but remember, this is the rest of the tournament, and they're going to switch sisters here. That looked like Satu that got fouled, and Niara's taking the free throws. Didn't matter because she missed the first. Those are Satu Stavely's stats on your screen right now. She's working and filling the stat sheet. And Niara went 1 of 2. 4-point game. Both teams in the penalty. Stankovic has been calling for it on the block every time. Down the floor! She spins inside but misses. And Savely will be fouled. That clearly was Satu Savely. So let's see if she makes the free throw, takes the free throws rather, on the other end. But what a move by Stankovic.
I mean, that's exactly what I've been saying. If Serbia can get the ball inside and make them work, make their post players make a move and get points on the board is what they need to do, and stop relying so much on their guards to do that. It's a team effort from the point guard position to the center. So it's nice to see them going inside and seeing what works with them.
So Satu at the line drills the first free throw and didn't look like that shoulder bothered her at all. Barely touched the rim on the second. Now we'll check out of the game with 1:30 to play here in the third, and she's going to get attention to that left shoulder on the bench. Katanic running the point here. Djordjevic inside, that's a kick ball by Vilke. Shot clock will be set back to 14. Vilke only has 4 points, but she's been valuable in playing big time minutes. That's a 5-second violation. We've seen a couple of them come close. That's the first time it was called here, because Anderson could not find an open teammate. Everybody ran away from the basketball that time.
I mean, there's just no consistent rhythm with Serbia. They come back within the game and then they do a mistake like that, and it's just not consistent in their flow. So hopefully they could pick it up.
Fine bet for 3. And that's a backbreaker. And out of the timeout, Lisa Tomaitis' squad responds. A turnover there by Katanic. Offensive rebound. What a block by Stankovic, coming back, not giving up on the plate. 5 to shoot. Savely wants it. She'll have to put it up. Got it off in time, followed her own, and Djordjevic has it. 2-for-1 opportunity here for Serbia if they see it. Might have missed the window. Want Djordjevic on the block. Instead, they find Anderson. Anderson now driving, kicks it out. Djordjevic for three. No, that's a two. Foot was on the line.
And that's exactly what I called out. Like when Vaughn drives to the basket, Anderson needs to dish out. She has taller guards defending her, so that was a great play to initiate that contact, draw the defense, and then dish it to your teammate for that three-point shot.
Okay, could not convert on the deep three, and that's how we end the third quarter. Germany responding after the Serbia surge. They go into the third quarter break with a 53-46 lead. Game number one, FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament. Stats from the first 3 quarters of play. Serbia struggling from three-point range, just 2 of 15. Here are some of the highlights from the third quarter where Serbia finally found some offense.
I hope Serbia keeps that momentum and that they understand driving to the basket, making that extra pass to their open player, or coming off of the pick and roll, getting the ball inside, or allowing the post players to battle. Because this is a post game, it looks like. Serbia is playing, Germany is playing amazing right now. They're continuing to play their game. They're not forcing anything. They're a team that plays fast and plays active. And so I do think when they come out in this fourth quarter that they're not going to change anything, but that the momentum and the pace of Serbia will be faster because they need to cut the lead.
Stankovic playing well on both ends of the floor. She came up with a couple of big-time blocks defensively, and then you'd see her sprint and run all the way to the other side and find herself on the block. As you said, it's becoming a post game in this one. Courtside 1891, scan the QR code on your screen right now to download the app. Stay up to date with everything going on across all 4 FIBA Women's Olympic qualifying tournaments. By the end of Sunday night, we should have our full Olympic field for the 2024 Paris Games. Only France and the US have punched their ticket. 10 other teams will be joining them, and 3 coming from this tournament alone. And if competition is anything like this, the next 4 days, I know we have an off day tomorrow, but over the next 4 days, we're in for some fun.
Yeah, we're going to see great basketball throughout this tournament. I mean, we have a really good bracket and competitors.
Started on the fourth quarter, Serbia basketball there in the blue uniforms, down 53-46. They're in the first game of the FIBA Women's Olympic qualifying tournament in Brazil. It's Anderson who has struggled this afternoon. Her straight on 3 not there, and Yara Sabally vacuums that in. There's Satu on the block. We haven't seen this much from her, and she bullied her way to the bucket that time.
But it was nice to see the high-low from the sisters as they're excited to play with each other.
That time the reverse. Normally it was Satu setting up Nyara, and Nyara setting up Satu for that basket. Dugalic drills the triple and put on the 3 goggles. She now has 2 threes in this half alone. Up to 12 points and counting. Serbia knocking on the door. Can they knock it down, though? A foul there. Stankovic drops Satu Sabally, and Satu had something to say to her. Here's a Dugalic 3. And when Serbia is able to move the ball the way they did on that possession, they can make the open shots. Stankovic picking up a 3rd foul. Sabally still not happy about it. Now a smile. Stankovic gonna have to be careful now with 3 fouls. She switched on to Satu, and Satu wants to dance. Good defense that time by Stankovic. 3 off the mark as the shot clock was expiring. It's going to go the other way. Look at Dugulic, who's now up to 12 points and counting. Has found some offense here in the second half. Here she is leaking out to the corner. They missed her. Anderson, Nogic. Anderson open for 3. Off the mark.
Even though they didn't score on that possession, that was a great possession. And they need to continue to do that, move the ball around, make sure that Germany is playing that defense and getting them tired so there is an open shot.
Anderson picked up the foul that time. She is struggling from the field, just 2 of 12 tonight. We're going to put that foul on Djordjevic, so that keeps Anderson at 3 fouls here in the game. It's the second team foul for Serbia. Stankovic comes up with another block. She has been sensational defensively. Jokic for 3. Gonna follow her own. Now looking for help. This feels like a helter-skelter offensive possession for Serbia. Now they slow it down. Jokic with some space, dancing, just looking for the foul call. And she's just all out of sorts at the moment. Anderson slapped that out of bounds.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating when you're a player. You're trying to make something work and it just doesn't. And I feel like Jokic feels that for the entire game. But she needs to stay in it, stay poised, and continue to show up for her team.
Jokic, 1 of 11 from the field. You just wonder, when she makes a shot, does it just fall like a waterfall? Does it just come in bunches? Or is this going to be her fate tonight? Her team down 6. Still within striking distance with an eternity to go here in the 4th.
Yeah, still have enough time on the clock.
5, that's 3 off the mark, and here's Jokic. Looking to force their way to the basket. Feinbeck rejects her. Frustration continues now. 1 of 12 from the field. And that's got to be frustrating when you play in league play and you know you're scoring as easy as she has in league play. She's averaging just under 19 points, 18.6 per game playing in Turkey, but just hasn't been able to really find it tonight. And finally, she heard me and says, "Quiet down, Carlin. I'm going to knock down a 3 and get going."
Don't you just love those coincidences?
It's a 3-point game. And Serbia get the turnover after going to a 2-3 zone for the first time tonight.
And maybe they continue to do that. Continue to get into things that are going to disrupt the German national team's offense. That's what you're looking for. Especially you're down 3, and that's something that works. And then if you're Germany, what do? You continue to move the ball, go inside, and don't change anything just because the league is getting cut. That's where I believe it's a mental game with basketball. 4th quarter, okay, we've been up all game. Now we're just up by 3. Patience pays in poise.
Germany has led by as many as 15 points in this game. Serbia could tie on this possession with a 3. It'll be Anderson. Inside, Stankovic. The jump hook is not there. Satu Sabali, watched by Stankovic. Sabali, what a tough shot. That doesn't fall. Djordjevic pulls down the rebound, finds Anderson. Anderson waits for her team, wants to run a set here. 2-person game. Jokic hesitates, look away pass. Dugulic's 3 is off the mark. Finds herself inside and gets hacked by Sabali, so earn them at the line.
And this is the momentum that Serbia wants right now to get to the free throw line, to get their offensive going. And that was a great offense to look inside from Stankovic to Dulikic.
Attrition definitely a factor in a tournament that happens over 4 days. We already see Sabali with her left shoulder taped over there on the bench. Body's now being iced as Dulic drills the first free throw. 13 points and counting for her. She missed the second, and Miara Sabali pulls it down. The lead is 2 for Germany. Serbia on a 7-2 run here to start this fourth quarter. Foul away from the basketball. Dulic picks it up. Love to see that from players. Good sportsmanship. Just put your hands up saying, hey, I did it.
And
never
then help
happened.
yeah.
I would never, ever admit to a foul.
And then help the player that you did foul up. So that's definitely good sportsmanship.
In a highly competitive game when your Olympic lives are on the line. Let's see from Dulic. Fine bet. Germany would do it. Would love to see a 3 from her. Miara Sabali is going to have to put it up. Great defense by Dulic, and that's a shot clock violation. And Serbia will take basketball with 5:36 to play. Lisa Tomaitis trying to finish this one off. Getting wins at the international level is no joke. Germany led by as many as 15. A 3 here could put them down for the first time this game. Stankovic spinning in the lane, fading, and a late whistle, but it was the correct call. And Miara Sabali draws. He's going to pick up the foul. It's a great look again by our crew. You can see the right hand hitting the left arm. Stankovic still told the line.
Stankovic played 20 minutes this game, and she's came in the game with 6 points, now 7 with 5 rebounds. So she's
What about the defense?
Yeah, she has, how many blocks does she have? She has 5 blocks. She's been dominating on the defensive end.
She missed the second free throw, but goes out of bounds off Gulick, who we haven't said her name in quite some time. She's now on the floor. She'll have to defend. A fresh 14 on the shot clock for Serbia to work with. Nogic thought about the 3. Step back, Nogic left it short. Another chance for Serbia. Anderson has it, stares at the defense from the top of the key. Anderson gets Serbia in front. Under 5 to play in the game. Serbia was down by as many as 15. They've battled back to take the lead late in the fourth. And Stankovic just picked up her 4th foul.
And you could see that Serbia knows how to go through adversity. They were down 15 points and came back. Now they're up by 1 with 4 minutes left. And what is the adversity, and how is Germany going to come together and finish this game? They were up, and now they're down by 1. So who on the court is going to be that veteran player or even that leader to rally everyone up and like, hey, we got this. Let's calm down. Let's not change our game plan. Let's continue to play how we've been playing all game. So let's see what they do.
That foul was the 4th team foul for Serbia as well. The next one will put them in the penalty. 2-3 zone for Serbia. Little matchup situation. Sabali for 3. Can't get it to go. A very big offensive rebound there by Feinbeck. Miara Sabali in the paint. 3 jerseys around her. Feinbeck for 3. Indeed.
And that's that 3 that you were calling on Leone Feedback to do. She's spot up, and she's a great shooter. She's a quick, athletic guard, and she absolutely lets the game come to her. I love how she's playing right now. She's taking it. She's taking the challenge to even defend one of the best players on the Serbian national team and still contributing offensive and defensively.
Late shot clock situation. Nogic. Tough shot. That was magical. Hasn't made any jumpers tonight, but somehow got that to go to tie the game. 7 points and counting for Nogic. And then she picks up the foul. And that's going to send Germany to the line.
Germany has 4 players in double digits. And you have Sabali with 14 points and 15 rebounds. So she's playing amazing. And I love their story, how Germany got here, the qualification round for the Eurobasket 2023 against Serbia. Serbia won that game, and they're here, and they're proving why they should be here, and I love to see it.
That was part of the job. They want to finish it off, though, and get to the Olympic Games. Getting here is half the battle. 1 point lead for Germany. Nogic feeling it. Under 5 to shoot. Deep 3. Indeed.
What a game it is and has been.
Yo-Yo Nogic now in double figures with 10, giving her team a 2-point lead. Gulick missed an easy one. Sabali another rebound she missed. And Anderson has it for Serbia. 2:45 to play
You could see
in the game.
The Serbian coach was like, calm down, we are up. Run the play, set the screen, and let's go.
Nogic feeling it. Sabali guarding her. Nogic in her bag. And she's fouled, she'll go to the line.
I do think that last 3-point shot, she felt it. She felt confident to be like, I'm gonna take it again. I'm gonna take it upon myself to attack the basket and draw the foul, and that's exactly what she did. And you could see that 3 right here. That was a deep 3, confident, hands up in the air, and she nails it. You could see the passion screaming out of her right now. Watching that makes me miss basketball a little bit, not gonna lie.
Your job is to sit next to me now. You don't need to suit up.
I'm not. I hung up the shoes a long time ago.
4th foul on Satu Sabali as Nogic toes the line for 2 free throws with 2:30 remaining in the game. Nogic now with 11 points. She's shooting 4 of 16 overall from the field. With a couple of big baskets here in the 4th quarter. And right now, Serbia with their largest lead of the game, 63-59. Sabali draws 2, kicks. 3 on the way and no good. Offensive rebound. And that's what you get when you give up offensive rebounds.
Leonie Feedback with 15 points and 7 rebounds, and
make it 18 after that 3.
Making 18 after that 3, absolutely. And Satu just got the steal, going coast to coast.
And just like that, the lead is 1 for Germany. What a basketball game. Nogic for 3. Ill-advised shot that time. Feedback says, you know what, let's slow it down and run some offense. Can you believe this is just the first game?
I know.
Gulick. Sabali, she has 4 fouls, has to be careful. Sabali inside, a tough shot by Satu Sabali. The stars are coming to play. Minute 24, and Satu Sabali just put Germany up 3.
When you talk about resilience and a bucket getter, there's no spot on the court where she cannot score. She attacks the basket, she's aggressive. She makes that spin move and she floats it up. I mean, you could just see the passion and the energy from the German bench. They're not giving up, regardless if the score is going back and forth right now. They're just not giving up, and I love that. I love a lot of things about this game.
Let's listen into the Serbian huddle. My apologies, a minute 24 remaining in the game. We'll have to read lips. You tell me what Coach Malkovich is saying in that huddle. Down 3. Her team battled back from as many as 15 points, took a 4-point lead, and in a blink of an eye lost it.
I think that she wants her players to continue to be aggressive and to continue to take their shots, but being smart. That last shot from Nokic with 16 seconds left wasn't a good shot at that moment, even though she just took one. So being smart is very critical for Serbia right now to handle the ball, take care of the ball. And as far as Germany, just continue to play their game. Be very aware of who's on the floor. If you see mismatches, continue to take them. Continue to come off that pick and roll, dish it to the post while they're rolling, or getting inside. And again, attacking the basket, getting to the free throw line.
This game started with both teams struggling from the field. It was turnover city. It was missed shot after missed shot. You wouldn't know that if you tuned in midway through the fourth quarter, because this has been an incredible finish to what was a very tough start for both teams. 1:24 left on the clock. Serbia basketball down 3.
Whatever that they're called in that timeout, Serbia needs to execute right now. It's very critical with 1 minute and 19 seconds left to execute the game plan.
The word poise has been talked about a lot tonight. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. They did execute, just missed the shot. And now they'll have to flip the switch and make sure that they defend with 1:09 left in the game.
Yeah, and Germany needs to get the ball. They see Serbia's in a 2-1-1 right now, pressuring the ball, and all they need to do, get the ball, run their plays, and be poised and be patient.
Serbia does not have a foul to give. They don't want to foul in this situation. Put Germany at the line. Sabali has 4 fouls. An offensive foul here would be the end of her night. She's on the rock. Sabali draws 2. Kicks it out to the corner. A big time 3. And the lead is 6. Brookhorst drills the triple. And it didn't touch anything but the nylon. Fist in the ear. And curled her lip, letting you know how big that shot is. And Satu saying, hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Another assist for Satu Sabali. She's now up to 5.
And even in that possession, they didn't seem rushed. They seemed very poised. Satu had the ball, looking for whoever was open. They passed it, and that was the shot.
46 seconds remain in the game. There you see the leaders in terms of points, rebounds, and assists for Serbia. And this is one of those games where, as a head coach, you have to decide, I'm just going to ride my players to the finish line. If you're tired, you're staying in this game. We got a day off tomorrow.
Yeah. I think right now it's important for Serbia to get the ball in and score fast and then pressure. That's what I think that timeout was called. So we'll see right now with 46 seconds left.
It's 14 seconds on the shot clock because they advanced it after the timeout. Anderson. Chance of defense coming in from the crowd. Anderson for 3 off the mark. Satu Sabali picks it up. They're going to have to foul her, and they do. A tough night from the floor for Anderson. 3 of 14. Dugulic picked up her 4th foul. And now it's a free throw game. Still time on the clock for Serbia. They have to hope for some misses here. Savali didn't even touch the rim on that one. He gets Germany over 70 points. Look at the stat line for Satu Savali. 18 points and counting now for her. An incredible night. And in a turnover.
It's just not what you want to see at this moment of a game, at this crucial time, a lackadaisical turnover and conversion to 2 free throws. It's just not what you want right now, so hopefully they understand that. I think they all know that, so just be prepared.
Dugulic leaves the game on her 5th foul. Leading scorer for Serbia had 13 points, 4 rebounds. Just like that, it is now a double-digit lead for Germany. Stankovic did a good job of keeping her feet in bounds, but then missed the bunny. And that's going to do it. Germany want to score. As you know, in these tournaments, point differential matters. Bodies hitting the deck. Anderson comes up with the turnover. She spins, oohing, owing from the crowd. Anderson looking to draw the foul. And a 3 knocked down. With 3.6 seconds remaining. Sabally going to put one up. And she traveled. But that's how we'll end the ball game. In a second, officials are going to put some time on the clock here. So it's not the end of the game. Officials are going to put some time on the clock. Travel happened before the final horn.
You could see both teams are exhausted. They played their heart outs for 4 quarters.
So the officials will converge here, and let's see what the decision is. 1 second right now on the clock in the arena. There was definitely time when the call was made. It's now 0.7 seconds remaining. So under a second. And Coach Malkovich wants to review. She's making a signal for the review to add some more time back on the clock. You've played in these tournaments where point differential really matters. It really comes down to some, sometimes fractions, really. As a player, do you think about that on the floor?
We know before. We know when we go to these tournaments that the points will matter. You don't know what game it will matter, but it will matter. So you're playing every single game to the last, when it's the last possession, when it's 0 and there's no time on the clock, because you never want to have a lapse and then down the line that be a reason that it counts. So
let's listen into the official review.
You got it? No, we need to see the clock. Yeah. We need to see. No, we need the main camera. We need to see Andres. We need to see the referee. We need the main camera. I need to see Andres. I need to see the tray official, the new lead official. No, the main camera. The main camera in front of the table. I need to see the camera in front of the table. Yeah, but we need to see when you blow the whistle. Ask him the main camera in front of the table. Huh?
Have the open angle.
Yeah, I'm asking for that. Okay. Here, we don't have the time here. The main camera, the main camera.
Yeah, just inconclusive. Let's go with 0.5.
It's not possible to have that camera.
It's inconclusive. We don't have it.
Okay. What he say?
The only camera can have the most the clock is the last, but no Sandra.
You didn't see her in the main camera? Okay, inconclusive. 7 seconds, inconclusive.
So lengthier view there, and the officials.
After review, it's inconclusive, so we've got to 0.7, inconclusive. We couldn't see it.
0.7 seconds remaining. They weren't able to have a conclusive enough evidence to overturn the initial call. As they explained that to Coach Malkovich, we got an opportunity to hear some of that, which is great here. The access we get here in these tournaments, excellent. So 0.7 seconds remaining in the game. Jokic got it off in time, but missed it. And Germany come away with a win, 73-66 in their first game here in Brazil, and one step closer to Paris in 2024. This was a battle.
Yeah, both teams poured their heart out from the tip of this game and to the end of this game. And so both teams need to be proud of themselves. They made it this far. You know, Serbia didn't come out with the win that they wanted, but you could see Germany did. You know, they're making history, and it's just a pleasure to be a part of that, to see it. And we have a whole tournament. There's more games.
Yeah, that was game number 1.
Yeah.
And what a game it was. If all games are like this, I have to check my heart.
Oh my gosh.
Some German supporters have made the trip here to Brazil. Some high fives over there on the bench. Some Brazilian supporters who are in the building a little early for our next game, Australia versus Brazil. But before we get to that one, let's wrap this one up. The fourth quarter was incredible. Serbia was down by as many as 15 points, and they found a way to battle back and eventually take the lead in the fourth.
I mean, they just played well overall. 52 rebounds to 39 Serbia. That's just amazing. They dominated inside, and you could see right here, there's 4 people in double figures, and that's just something that if Germany, you know you can do this for this game, then you can do it the whole tournament. Those same players come up and show out and be the factor for the team. And Serbia, you know what you do? You watch the film, you get better, you keep your head up, and you come back to your next game and fight to the end, because all these games are a possibility for anybody to advance to the Olympics.
We know we're going to see a better Serbia the next time out.
Absolutely.
But Germany walk away with the win here tonight, and they only trailed in this game for 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And we found out a lot about Germany and potentially them making it to the Olympic Games in those 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
I really like that this team, it's a new team. They're a new team playing all together. You have new factors coming in, and the fact that they were in a position to show how they show up against adversity. You know, they didn't back down. They weren't flustered like, oh my God, we've never been in this position. No, they rallied together. There was leaders on the floor that stepped up, and 4 people in double figures. You have people off the bench coming in. You have the bench and their fans cheering. So this is a Germany team that's going to be here for a while, I feel like.
Yeah, get used to them.
Yeah.
Satu Sabali was terrific. So was Yara Sabali as well. Have to monitor what happens with Satu's left shoulder, as she definitely took a knock at the end of that second quarter rather. Came out for the second half with advantages up. The day off tomorrow, does it help? Does it hurt? Who knows? But we'll find out Saturday night.
I think it helps both teams. The way that they fought and competed, there was more players flying on this floor than I've ever seen in this game, I mean, in a game of basketball. So I think My apologies. I think the off day tomorrow is really going to help. Leona Feedback, amazing game, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 29 efficiency, and Niara Sabali, 14 points, 17 rebounds. You couldn't even see that she came off of 2 ACLs. She came up, she showed out, and it was an amazing game to watch across the board, even for both teams. So I'm prepared and happy to see what they're going to bring.
A fun one here in the opener in Brazil of the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifier. Germany with the victory, 73-66 over Serbia.